Made some choices for a profit. That's my logic. I'ma take it to the coffin. Just being honest. Never let a manufacture stack like that. And if it getting toxic, tell the boy fall back. If it was back then, I'd be tripping off that. Took a little time just to get me on track. I went from snotty to snobby, got it like immune to everybody, this is Stunt 101. Up in the club, throwing this 50s like hated to love it, I just can't get enough. Labels from calling me, I said move if you call me please, or don't even bother me. They said oh my apology, they keep calling and calling. I keep stalling and stalling. Rookie of the year, my career snowballing. Got it. Made some choices for a profit. That's my logic. I'ma take it to the coffin. Just being honest.
I'm really out for blood this time, look. I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Gonna tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge. Heard they was sleeping again, say it no more. This is a rude awakening, kicking the door. Back and I'm better than ever before. Don't get it mistaken, I'm ready for war. I see the option, I'm up in the score. I catch a and jump in the course. Follow the core and back to the morgue. Take the sheet off and I some more. When I am done at the scene, I won't leave anything. You won't even know who is involved. Don't let me do it cause I overdo it and do it till I cannot do it no more. All of the data, I'm proving them wrong. Back with the classic, I know it's been long. Heard it was missing me while I was gone. I smell the victory back up on top and it's where I belong. Like it ain't to me, we making history. Fall through the misery, weather the storm. Can't let them get to me, no weapon form shall prosper. Be all over my roster, I got options. I keep it right on the dresser, next to the Oscar. Applying pressure, somebody stop us. Woo! Applying pressure, somebody stop us. Running my closet, go need a doctor, go need a doctor, go need a what? I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Gonna tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge. I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Gonna tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge. So now they on my body. Made it to the top. Ain't no way that they can stop me now. They gon' say I joined the Illuminati. I got demons all around me. Tell me what they know about me, huh? I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Gonna tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge. I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Gonna tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge.
I don't like your energy, I don't like that. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. You an enemy. All them lies you telling, I can't let that be the end of me. No, probably cause your girl feeling me. It's a flag on the play, all these catching penalties. Look, I don't like your energy. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. Let's go. Don't make me jog your memory. I did upgrade, you didn't upgrade it. The world, how they forgetting me. Please make it make some sense to me. How you talking about the greatest, still ain't greatest, mention me. Them bands, I want the symphony. 15 in it, went instantly. Lately I've been catching plays, it's like it's meant to be. I got rich in the pandemic, meant to be. Don't do too much, I keep it simple. You clout chasing, trying to make the people feel you. Boys need to slow it down, I'm talking real screw. Penthouse at the top with the clear view. Oh, look, I don't like your energy, I don't like that. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. You an enemy. All them lies you telling, I can't let that be the end of me. No, cause your girl feeling me. It's a flag on the play, all these catching penalties. Look, I don't like your energy. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. Let's go.
Smack dab in the middle of I-295 that encircles the city of Jacksonville in northeast Florida. There's a good look at TIAA Bank Field. Today we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, cross you.
They'll run again here with Robinson. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Looking to pass. Tua. They'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
The Jaguars had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you talk about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Derailing that play from the start was Christian Harris. He got back there and stuck him for a loss behind the line of scrimmage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Robinson on a give right side.
And he's got room. Uses the stiff arm. That one good for 33 and a first. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly, it's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. They'll roll him out right.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. That caught by Manhurts. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
That's a big conversion there on third down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a first and goal.
They'll run with Robinson.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal. Play action. Now it's Tua. Toward the pylon, caught. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now third and goal. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And it'll be intercepted.
Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Play action now. Mills.
He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And incomplete on the deep ball.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
Play fake. Mills.
And this one is incomplete.
But 2 good plays on this one, Brandon. The first one at the quarterback because the pressure affected his throw, and I think it forced him to throw away from his designated target. And how about the second bit of pressure downfield? Receiver going up for the pass, helping force that incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
On play action, Mills.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Josh Allen coming in and dropping for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and they have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
2nd down and a run by Robinson.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
43 rail.
Again, it's Robinson. And he gets it down to the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
A give left side to Robinson.
And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there, holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
Patterson's kick is good.
And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead.
Both teams kind of feeling each other out here. Now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdown.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Jags grab it. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
69 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Robinson up the middle.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
James Robinson, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year,
as his guys are able to extend their lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
And here's Robinson again on 2nd down. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Throw right side. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one here.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. And he is going to lose yardage here. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the 1st half.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. Patterson's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see it. Offense and the defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something being shut out right now. They could really use some momentum before they head into halftime. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Jags are going to take over at their own 41. A very really good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. A big play there just before halftime. 53 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Again, it'll be Robinson.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. This is Robinson. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. James Robinson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jaguars will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to even 20. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. He's going to go up top again. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect 2nd half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game. One of the league's best linebackers, he ended that play almost before it began, and the running back absolutely overmatched no matter what he tried to do.
After the sack on 1st down, Mills. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Mills now.
And that will be incomplete. And comes and goes.
If you're ever going to get things started, you just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away.
On the return, here's Agnew. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a fourth down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Here's Logan Cook now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has. And Mills is intercepted for the third time. Picked up by Andre Sisco.
And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
122 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Robinson will get it into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. So they're able to capitalize there on the short field, and that might prove to be the score that turns out the lights.
The party's over. Oh, sorry about that. That's an old reference there, folks. But, yeah, they've been the better of the two teams by far, and that's great complementary football right there. Defense gets the turnover, sets up the short field, and the offense goes right out and scores to open up a pretty sizable lead.
Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here,
this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
What we've seen so far in this game, they are not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. Third quarter action from Jacksonville. Off the play fake, Mills. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
On third down, here's Mills. Swings this one out wide for Pierce.
And he's going to be taken down right at the line.
Mills to throw for it on fourth.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
It's Devin Lloyd with a pick. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game. But that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
They begin the drive with Robinson. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
17.
Handoff now to Robinson.
And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And that will bounce out of bounds before they can get a return going. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receiver...
Mills can't get away, and down he goes. So after the sack, Mills and the Texans needing to navigate a 3rd and long.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. This offense so far on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hit 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Here's Mills. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And now here is another interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line.
127 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Christian Harris
in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This from 54 yards away.
Patterson's kick is good. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance. It's not a surprise, but there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. They'll start on the ground with Pierce.
They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll go with the option, coming right. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mills. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
Devon Hamilton
breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Andre Sisco. And the Jags will take over here just shy of the 30. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They find some open field here. There he goes, left side. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Patterson now for the extra point.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Mills. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Pierce. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down.
From the gun, here's Mills.
And now here's another interception.
Picked up by Foyesade and Milliken.
And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
He only gave them an instant to react. It was a classic case of if you blink, you missed him. Off of the line and to the quarterback in just a couple of seconds. Running back only had a moment to react and attempt to throw a block.
Robinson, he'll try the left side.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a 1st down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
They'll run for it with Robinson. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Handoff running left is ETN. So they get half of what they need.
Got so many memories that I made on Cascade Road. I done gained the world, I ain't never sell my soul. This is God-given, so I thank him as I go. Hate to sound conceited, but I know. Crazy thing they with me. Yeah, crazy thing they with me. Run up on me, baby, show you gon' see. Yeah, God power from my head and my feet. Yeah, this colossal. What I say is gospel. I cook this with love. They gon' eat it up and swallow me. I'm from the ghetto, babe. Seen bodies in the street before I could tweet. I came from nothing. I turned a mustard seed into a million in the discussion. Had a TED talk with the higher me, show me how to run it up. I need all my cheese. Every day that I wake up, I'm pinching myself. Can't believe that I'm really me. Popping shows in New Zealand, boy, you is not eating, man. We do not play in the same league. I gave my mama some racks and she asked me if I'm selling. I said, mama, please. If I was, do you think I'd let you know? Got so many memories that I made on Cascade Road. This is God-given, so I thank her as I go. This gon' sound conceited, but I know. Crazy thing they with me. Yeah, crazy thing they with me. Yeah, God power from my head to my feet. Yeah, run up on me, maybe so you gon' see. I did not chase, I just attract. What you put in, you get back. I'm screaming Campbell, then still hit the dance and them wherever I'm at. Feel like a champion.